Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is July 31st, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's resize these charts. Let's maximize this quarterly chart and see what we see. What I see is green. The Dow has turned green and all. It's still below our yearly R1 and all at this time, but it is looking pretty good at this time. It never really got in, to me, in my opinion, was it never in that big of a trouble at any time compared to the Nasdaq and all. So again, any of your Dow stocks that you were probably holding was probably still okay to hold, and just putting a little bit of protection out there and all to keep your losses, to keep, I call it keeping my account whole, to collect some money and all, and that's what I do and all. That's pretty much that. But let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, zoom in here a little bit and all. On this monthly chart, the thing is, this market has really been, the Dow has been really hot ever since this one little pull back here. And I think that was back in April or March and all. Let me see exactly when that was. That was back in March, and ever since then, this market has been hot. It looked like it wanted to get a little bearish. It had dropped below our 9-10 moving average, and it's been zoom. But right now, at the end of this month, we do have a doji with some selling pressure and haven't been able to break all-time high this month, in these last few weeks and all. But we are still above the 9-10 moving average. On these quarterly pivots, we are quite a bit extended off a pivot. We do have higher lows and we do have higher highs. So the uptrend is still pretty good at this time. The thing is, when we get a doji, it's time to take a little bit of a caution and pay attention to your trading plan and your trading strategy. That's all I can say at all. Because things are not as bad as it may seem. And the Dow was one of the ones that was looking like, okay, nothing's wrong here. It was going pretty good. But lately we ended up getting this pretty good wick up here on this top side. So this got me a little bit of concern. But overall, I still think we are okay based on where we're sitting at this time. All right, but that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, see, that's why, again, it gets to this weekly chart. On this weekly chart, this is what these past few weeks, this month, July, is what caused that wick that we have up there. See, these four weeks, these 4 red weeks, but come today, we did gap up. We did kind of break that little downward trend that it was in and look like things might be getting ready to turn around. What we're going to be on the watch for, let me zoom in a little bit here, because, again, you can see the big picture there. We've been going up. We've been going up pretty strong. And we got up here, made all-time high, kissed up resistance 1 level, and been kind of having a struggle ever since and all. But let's zoom in just a little bit and see what we see right here. And I'll come in there a little tighter, because what I want to show is we were making lower highs, lower lows. Again, definition of a downtrend. We didn't quite make a lower low this week. It came down to a point and all. And we have made we broke previous past 2 weeks high, but we only got to close above previous week high, and we have a doji at this time. So again, having this doji at this time, being above previous week, and come next week on these monthly pivots, I see us opening above pivot. So the thing is, can we get above pivot, stay above pivot, and can we get close of actually making all-time highs to come next month? I think it can happen sooner than later now, based on what I see here at this time. It comes out come just even the first week of next month to see if we can actually get over this previous week high and all. That's what I'm going to be on the lookout for and all. And if we do that, then will we be making all-time highs again and be back on this whole stream back to the upside? It has taken a little bit of a rest this month and all from what it looks like, and I think it may be ready to go higher based on what I'm seeing here on the chart. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really want to say about that. Let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and wrap this on up. I'm going to zoom on in here just a little bit here, zoom on in here a little bit more and all. And as you can see, it's been some crazy stuff how this market has been jumping around and all. Gap up, gap down, you know, just crazy stuff. Big swings in the market and all. Great for us day traders and all that day trade also and all. And on the overall big picture, it hasn't really moved that much. So again, you know, if you have been doing anything, you know, to protect your money, you know, you may have been okay, you know, all according what strategy that you were actually using, you know, and that's the whole thing. There's different strategies out there that you can do that will collect some money for you, and you don't have to worry about it lowers your overall risk, but a lot of times it still doesn't protect you from the moves that you can't get in the market. So again, that's all I really want to say about that. But what we see here on this chart at this time is that we should be opening above pivot come next week on the weekly pivots. We can get to, if we go to a resistance one, which this market does like getting to a resistance one once it turns around, we can be breaking our previous week high, and this thing can start getting close to actually maybe breaking all-time highs. So that's why I'm thinking maybe sooner than later that this market may be ready to turn around. With these bullish looking wicks, you know, here on this candle here and this candle here from yesterday's action and today's action, let's just see if we can get a close above our previous weeks, you know, and see what happens there. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you, new subscribers. Please subscribe, like, make any comments and things that you want to change. You notice I maximized the screen on one of the spy thing. A guy asked for that, and I don't mind doing that, but I'm still have to put one up to be able to cover my TikTok and my shorts and all. And I'll see if maybe I just do that separately, totally separately. And all. But that's it. That's pretty much all I have. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Right side trader here. Have a good one. Bye.